This is Charting Crypto, February 2nd. Good to have you with us. We're going to go through 11 charts pretty quickly. What I want you to see overall is how helpful these charts are for finding you weekly vertical crossovers where you can get in on something like Bitcoin. And again, with that caveat of a practice trade, write it up and then get out and stay out until it turns around. So trying to jump in and trying to make a little bit of money along the way when you hear, hey, Bitcoin's turning around, just look at the charts. And again, when you're ready to practice trade Bitcoin, practice trade it the right way. Use big charts for big profits in your practice trades. Now again, look at what the price percent oscillator is doing, and would like to thank Tom for recommending to me in the interim before TC2000 lists all of the various cryptocurrencies. We're using TradingView. Set these charts up. We don't have the derivative oscillator, but we do have the price percent oscillator set at our settings, and we do have the Heikin-Ashi candlestick. So that's enough for me to get some things going and particularly show you while things are crashing, while we don't need to be in them, while we can watch the blood in the streets and wait for it to settle out and then find good little points for jumping in, okay? That's what we want to look for, but not right now. This is what Bitcoin's doing, still going down hard. Let's take a look at Ethereum, still going down hard. And again, you can see great buy-in points on Ethereum to jump in and ride it up. So you don't have to go out there and beat yourself up. When there's not a trade, don't try to make one. Use these weekly charts to help you see what should be seen. Remember, we also in tandem use that two-day chart, and we use the half-day. That shows us what's going on intraday when we have something to do. But right now, we don't have a market for, there's no options market on any of these coins for us to be, buying puts. And again, with the volatility here, I don't know if you could afford one or if you'd even want to buy one because the spread would have to be so wide with so much volatility. It meant you jumped in, you'd be dollars down. So let's just watch it. We can see again, we're looking now at Cardano, and we can see just red, just strong down movement. But we can see possibilities coming in the future. Now, again, as we look at these things, I want you to see that when you have strong down movements and you have this market pull over, you can have these crossovers occur too late. What's going to keep you from jumping into something silly as opposed to something good? It's going to be using your two-day charts, which again have to be going in the same direction as the weekly so that you don't get pulled into something that's not there. Now, again, we don't have to worry about making every dollar on every chart. There are times when you have lulls like this. We talk about when does the price percent oscillator work. Price percent oscillator works when you have trending markets. When you have markets that get sloppy, they pop up, they go down, they slide sideways, trending down but not strong, and then start to move. It takes the oscillator a while to jack into the program. It didn't cause a hard time at all when we had things really start to take off and build in the past. So be careful as we come out of this crash. This is a long one. Hopefully it will end in the not too distant future, and when it does turn around, it'll give us some wonderful opportunities for buy points on our practice trades. Not all the charts are going to work on all of the cryptocurrencies. Remember, the way things work is charts that work, you trade. Charts that don't work or that are sloppy, you don't trade. We're looking for weekly vertical crossovers. We go from Cardano to Solana. What do we see there? I mean, again, we can look back in time and see nice, clean getting in charts. And again, where there's still plenty of movement to get you in. And also, again, remember, your last best hope is when that weekly vertical crosses over down. You want to be out way before then. That's where your two-day comes in. But I just want you to see these charts. You can see that they are potentially trackable. Some of them are sloppier. I don't like this one as much when we're talking about Ripple here, if I remember correctly. The different the different names for all of these. I don't have those right up in front of me, but I believe that's what this one is. Decent chart going back there. Okay here, and again, we're going to be relying on our 2-day to get us out. I want you guys to see how I am looking at these charts to see what is trackable, what is not. Let's take a look here at Polkadot, which you hear a lot about. And again, you can also see themes here in these charts. Everything tends to move down strongly at the same time. This pullback, we've seen that on these charts over and over again around that September 21 time frame. What was that about? Well, remember, who's the big boy here? It is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is driving. It appears that when Bitcoin's doing well, everything's doing well. When Bitcoin's going down, everything's going down. Is it Bitcoin that's leading the charge? Is it Bitcoin that's getting hammered, or is it the overall market? Regardless, it appears to be driving everything. So if you want to try to get a feel for where most of these crypto markets are at any point in time, appears to me that it is highly related to what's up with Bitcoin. Now, we go to Doge. Such a short chart, it's really hard to be able to see much of anything there. Going to have a longer chart to be able to do much there. Again, very similar here with this next one. And Link, again, another short-term chart. We get to Uniswap. You can see with Uniswap that, again, another fairly short one. Got to have a little bit more time to be able to track those. Litecoin, pretty much the same way. That's the last one we're going to get to. Now, of course, if you want to jump into the weeds here, you can always, let me find, I'm still getting used to this chart. I did set up the 2-day here. You can start looking at what the 2-day is up to, but again, the more you jump down, see, you can see where that 2-day sliding sideways. Nothing's as good as our weekly chart. And when you rely on the weekly, what are you relying on? You're relying on that massive investor sentiment that really changes the thought about the market. The 2-day doesn't give you that. The weekly, for some reason, does. And again, as these charts get longer, they'll be more trackable. We don't have to trade everything. We don't have to have every chart right now. We'll wait. We'll be patient. We'll trade the things that can be traded, and we'll let the others go. We'll continue to watch them, and we'll see how they develop in time. These are my initial thoughts as we delve deeper and deeper into the crypto world. And the nice thing is we have plenty of time because nothing's moving right now, as you just saw. We're going to get into this. We're going to digest it. We're going to figure out what's going, and we're going to be ready to ride that pony. God bless, my friends. All the best. Thanks for your support.